In my opinion, Vice have done amazing with every single product they've brought out so far. The golf balls, phenomenal. That's where they started, such great products. And then more recently, they've gone and brought out irons, which were very good, wedges, which were superb, putters, not to my personal preference, but very good on performance. And now they're bringing out drivers. However, with drivers, there is no hiding place. We're going to be testing it today in GC Quad with Pro V1s to see what these drivers have to offer. There's a lot on paper, but do they stack up? Let's find out. I mean, time and time again, I'm hitting this straight. So there's two drivers in the lineup. There's the VGD01, Vice Golf Driver 01, and also VGD01 Plus. Two different driver heads for two different types of golfers. Kicking things off with the VGD01. This looks very, very sleek. Like, I love the way that they've managed to kind of bring in, Vice very much have this very cool edge to their products. It's always a little bit different. What I'm surprised about, there isn't more flashes of color on this driver. A lot of their other products have this kind of flash of color or personalization, ways to stand out. Whether they've looked at market research and gone, that doesn't work with drivers, we need to keep it stealth looking. In my opinion, that's the best way to go. This looks really, really solid. There's an adjustable loft sleeve. There's a big weight stuck here at the back of the driver on the VGD01. There's a carbon crown with almost this kind of camo effect to it. It's almost like this rugged carbon crown, which again is to reduce weight and stick it down below. They've still got little bits of flair, like the way that they've used the Vice writing logo here on the toe edge. It does look really nice. I think a lot of people will like the look of this driver. And what I like on this as well, it says German engineering. You know what's interesting? I was just about to pull the trigger on this first tee shot. First hit. And interestingly, this VGD01, it is a slightly more draw biased driver. It just sits a little bit toed in, just a fraction. The face just wants to sit left, which isn't my favorite way of looking at a driver. I'm hoping the VGD01 Plus does not. That's a bit more of a neutral driver. I feel like I need to almost sit it slightly open. Very nice opening shot. Whenever a driver just sits a little bit more closed, I've got this internal dialogue like, please don't go left, please don't go left. I'm almost trying to fight it as much as I can. That's a really nice shot. 273 carry, not staggering numbers, but it's only the first shot. 3 yards offline, a little bit high on the spin rate, but it is a fairway finder. And that's one tagline that actually Vice are saying, that apparently you're not going to miss many fairways. That is a very, very bold shout. Okay, I've not really said much about the driver apart from looks yet. First off, price-wise, £289 for this driver. So we've seen recently, I tested the Tacoma, which is £299. So this kind of sits very much in comparison to that driver, and around 60% cheaper than your TaylorMades, your Ping, your Titleist, your Callaways. I love this price point for a driver. Kind of near that 300 mark is, if it's good, I think it hits the exact sweet spot for a lot of drivers. Now this is a one-piece titanium body with a carbon crown. It's built for forgiveness. And as I mentioned, this one does have a little bit more draw biased, and it's lightweight for faster swing speeds, and it comes in two loft options, 10.5 degrees, 12.5 degrees, and you can crank it up and down in loft as well. We'll also talk about the VGD01 Plus. It's a little bit of a different price point, a little bit more for the better player, so we'll come on to that in a minute. That might suit me ever so slightly more. And by the way, just for the rest of this video, instead of saying VGD, I'm gonna call this normal, I'm gonna call the other one the Plus. That was nice. Doesn't feel like it's popping off the face. Actually, those numbers are quite good, but it didn't feel like it really shot off the face with any real authority. However, looking at the numbers, I would stand corrected. 160 ball speed, 283 carry distance, 2,200 spin. Like, the numbers are phenomenal. It just didn't seem to have that like almost spring effect off the face. I mean, it's a great tee shot though, don't get me wrong. That's a nice golf shot. That's gonna finish on the center line. Come on, give it me. On the line. Oh, that's really good. I mean, the 3 shots I've hit so far are finding fairway, comfortably. That one was a little bit shorter, but it is finding fairway, which is a huge plus. Again, it's not blowing me away distance-wise, but it's very, very straight. Okay, lots of positives, a few negatives. I'll come on to those in a moment. Let's switch over to this model, the Plus model. Now this is the lower spin model. The weight's been moved a little bit further forward, certainly internally. Externally, doesn't look that different. Like the weight still looks like it's at the back. It's a slightly different head shape. This is a multi-material design with forged carbon, aluminium fins on top, and a titanium face. But also, just the way it's been kind of etched in, I really, really like how the very center has been kept plain, and the rest of it is all kind of these circles around. It's very much like what Cobra did a few years ago. Like they almost made such an important aspect of the center of the driver. I think it frames it really well because they've got this kind of laser grid going all the way around the toe, the heel, the top and the bottom, and it really focuses your mind on the center. Still ultra lightweight, aerodynamic body, so it's more streamlined. I've actually gone down to 9.5 degree in this head. I feel like that's going to really help with the numbers, certainly the spin numbers. I felt like the normal model, the spin was a little bit high, albeit it was helping me find fairways. Now, shaft in both, they are actually Vice Golf shafts. This is 100% carbon shaft. Vice Golf grips, which I actually like. I think they're a really good quality. And it all does look very, very sleek. Now, price-wise, this does bump up a little bit. This is £379. So you're going up £90 to get into the LS, or the Plus model effectively. Right, let's give this a hit. I really like that head shape. It does sit a little bit different to the normal model. If it helps with kind of reducing that spin rate, but keeps the ball speed and the club head speed as good as it did do with the normal one, this could be a bit of a flying machine. This could really produce some nice numbers for me. Oh yes. Oh yes. That has cracked the code. There was a few issues with what I felt like with the standard model. I knew it wasn't going to suit me perfectly. That was impressive. 287 carry, 2,200 spin, 160 ball speed, 111 miles per hour club head speed. Absolutely ticks every box. This driver does sit in a fraction still, but nowhere near as much as the standard model. That's perfect, and just 7 yards offline. I want to hit this a lot of times. I want to see how this performs time and time again, because that was really nice. Oh yes, love that flight. Love that flight. Yes, please. Yes, please. Love that. It's consistent. Like those first 3 shots, they're almost exactly the same as each other. It's going to be pretty long. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible hit. Let's just see what that does. That was, honestly, I nearly missed that. I don't know what I was thinking there for a second. I think it's worth showing. Like, honestly, I hit that so badly. 260 yards carry, so I've lost like 20 yards on that bad strike. Just 7 yards offline and in the fairway. That's one of those ones where your playing partners would go, nice shot. Deep down you're like, I quite literally nearly missed the golf ball then. Just showing that kind of level of forgiveness. Oh, so good. really solid. Okay, I'm gonna make this quite simple. Two very different drivers that offer two very different outcomes. Standard model, I liked it. It sat a little bit toed in for me personally. Numbers wise, it was solid, not overly impressive. What I was impressed with was dispersion. Like, it was finding fairway time and time again. The spin rate on that one was a little bit high for me, 2,900. But very good ball speed at 159 miles per hour. Carry distance again on average was 271. But again, as I mentioned at the start, the standard one maybe isn't perfect for me, but I think for the mass amount of golfers, the standard one could be absolutely ideal. I feel like it's gonna offer a lot for a lot of golfers. The Plus model, wow. Some really impressive numbers. 283 average carry distance, brilliant. 2,400 spin, fantastic. 160 miles per hour ball speed. You've seen my reviews before. You know they are great numbers for me. The one thing I was overly impressed with was I didn't actually see the ball deviate off line. Like, it was actually much more consistent than I'm used to. It almost had the same consistency level as the standard version, but for me, just went that little bit longer. Now, recently, I've just tested the brand new Tacoma driver, which is very much a competitor to this right here. Guys, if you want to see me do a head-to-head with the Vice versus the Tacoma, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, you're not going to want to miss it. A battle of the new kids on the block, Vice versus Tacoma.